Good morning, guys. Welcome. This is the Liverpool FC Journal. I'm Owen James, and this is your Liverpool news update, guys. We're going to talk transfers this morning. Look, I don't want to dwell and spend ages talking about the depression of this season so far, guys. It's not great, is it? Wherever you go, wherever you read about Liverpool at the moment, it's all doom and gloom. Saw a statistic the other day that in the last 5 games, we are 17th in the Premier League form table, and look, things aren't great. And look, whatever happens now, look, I'll be absolutely honest with you that Arne Slot will be here till the end of the season. I genuinely believe that Arne Slot will be here till the end of the season. I think that's a huge mistake by the club. I think it's a massive error by the club. I think we'll probably miss out on Champions League football because of it. But look, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Now, look, one of the big things that is well known within the football world is that Liverpool will need to invest in centre-backs, and I say centre-backs plural, in the summer at very, very least. Now, I've said all along, and you can go back across all the videos that I've made on this channel, I've been saying that Liverpool need a centre-back in this window, and it's absolutely criminal that we haven't gone out and got one, and I don't think we will get one. I honestly believe we will get to the end of this window having made 0 signings, which I think says 2 things. One, that the club don't want to obviously add to the 420 million that we've already spent, and feel that the squad that they've got and assembled is okay for the moment. Probably listening to the manager on the centre-back coverage, which, let's face it, Slot doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think to some element it also says that they've got no confidence in Slot or the rest of this season, that they've kind of given up a little bit and have kind of said, well, look, we're not going to spend any more money on backing a manager who probably isn't going to be here next season. So I think that is kind of a little bit of it as well. And that's just me kind of trying to guess and read between the lines a little on this one. Now, Liverpool have been linked with 2 centre-backs, 2 big money centre-backs in the summer. Look, I would have loved Mark Gahey. I think the whole Gahey situation was a shambles. The wages, the fee, £20 million is eminently affordable. 300 grand a week is eminently affordable considering what some of the other players are on. The fact that Konate is likely to leave at the end of the season. Virgil van Dijk will be 36 when his deal expires. Joe Gomez, stiff breeze, lad gets injured. Leone is out for the rest of the season. We know he's going to have to rebuild and rehab next season, into next season. So, look, we need centre-backs, and we should have obviously gone and got Gahey. If we had, I think we'd have been a lot better off, and I think allowing Manchester City to beat us to Gahey was an absolute disgrace, and Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards need calling out on it. However, it appears that Liverpool are battling another Premier League club for the signature of this young man here, Jeremy Jacquet, the young French under-21 star. Chelsea also in a battle for the £61 million rated talent who currently plays for Rennes in France. Jacquet described as one of the most promising, talented young French defenders around. He is a centre-back and a very, very high-quality centre-back as well. Now, where is this information coming from, maybe you may ask? Well, it's coming from none other than Italian transfer guru, Mr. Fabrizio Romano, who's Liverpool are calling and competing with Chelsea for the signature of Jeremy Jacquet, the very highly rated player. Obviously, this would give us 2 very young, up-and-coming, talented centre-backs, which then would link into why we're looking at perhaps a more experienced centre-back as well, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Look, Chelsea have been after the under-21 international through this January transfer window. They've been trying to bring him in, but Rennes don't want to sell him this season as they are pursuing European qualification. A deal in the summer is far more likely to happen. This is what Fabrizio Romano has said. It's a crazy battle for the player. Save the battle because Jeremy Jacquet is probably one of the most talented defenders in the world. Good to hear. Chelsea remain involved in the race for Jeremy Jacquet. There are conversations ongoing as advancing well on the player side, but still no green lights from Rennes. Rennes insist to keep the player for now, sell him now for the summer, so this could be the solution. So it could be that a deal is agreed now for the summer. Chelsea are in the mix for sure, but Liverpool are also calling. Liverpool are part of the conversation for Jeremy Jacquet. Liverpool are part of the race to sign Jeremy Jacquet, but also Bayern Munich as well. So Chelsea, Liverpool and Bayern are all involved in this. Let's see what the player will decide to do and what Rennes will decide to do, because they want up to €70 million, which is about 65 million pounds. I think this will be one of the big stories in the next days or even weeks, because this deal could even be agreed before the closing of this transfer window. Like I said, this would be for a summer move, not a move now. It would be a case of agreeing that this player will come to the club in the summer whilst remaining at Rennes for the last of the season, a bit like it did with Mamalashvili with Valencia. The only thing I'd say about that is if we're going to agree to buy him now, it may be that we out of necessity that we have to do it. But look, you'd question the wisdom of leaving him at Rennes when we're desperate for centre halves, but needs perhaps must on this player. I mean, if we look at Jeremy Jacquet's stats from this season, in terms of him as a player, he's made 17 appearances for Rennes out of possible 21 games, played 89% of their starting 11s, played over 80% of their minutes, obviously no goals, played one game in the Coupe de la France. He's 20 years old, obviously talented, up and coming, well over 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", has French and Guadeloupe citizenship. He's a right-footed centre-back, so very much would be the Canate replacement, plays on the right-hand side of defence, is under contract until 2029 with the French side. Jacquet is described as being big, quick, strong, good at progressing the ball, good on the ball as well. Very much what you want from a modern centre back. So this is a talented player, a very, very good player. And look, if Liverpool are genuinely interested in Jeremy Jacquet, this would be an excellent move for the club. And I think, look, adding him to maybe Jeremy Jacquet, Giovanni Leone gives us two very talented defenders that could be, well, the Liverpool partnership for a long time to come. He's also a player as well who's going to appreciate in value as well, which is always a positive when it comes to signing young players. So Jeremy Jacquet. But look, my one worry will be that if it gets into a bidding war or a kind of show us your money kind of situation between Liverpool, Chelsea and Bayern, that we won't be able to compete on that aspect. We've proven in the past that we don't always do that. Yes, the Wirtz and the Isak situation certainly give us more hope, but the whole Guéhi situation does still concern me that we could miss out because of the fact that we are just too tight to spend the money. The other player, here's a bit more on Jacquet. My apologies. He played as well for made 30 appearances overall for Rennes, as well as played for their B team, played for Clermont Foot as well, 24 appearances for them. All his football has come in France for Rennes or Clermont Foot as well. So there you go. That's a little bit more on Jeremy Jacquet. The other target that has come back up again is Nico Schlottbeck, the German defender. A great player, very good in tackling, great in the air, probably one of the best centre-backs in terms of ball-playing skills, and not in the whole of Europe. Certainly a very highly rated player who is attracting a lot of interest from across Europe, from obviously as well Bayern Munich looking at the player. He's seen as being the long-term replacement for Virgil van Dijk. He is a left-sided centre-back, a left-footed centre-back. He's 26 years old, in the prime of his career, under contract until 2027. He doesn't want a new contract with Dortmund and does want a move in the summer. So Dortmund would be willing to cash in on the player. This would be an excellent signing. Schlottbeck is a proven top-quality centre-back, and I think, comes in and is instantly the replacement for Virgil van Dijk, is instantly the guy who comes in and replaces Van Dijk, who has, let's face it, declined over the last few months in terms of his talent and his ability. May not even see out his 2-year contract at Liverpool, may move on in this summer. You never know, with that situation. I mean, that might have always been the plan, to give Mo and Virgil 2-year deals and then move them on with a year to go to get some funds back in for the players. I don't know. But Schlottbeck, for me, would be an outstanding replacement for Van Dijk. Guys, let me know your thoughts on those two centre-backs and on those stories. Thank you for watching Liverpool FC Journal. If you've enjoyed the content, please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel.